Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account, and that is right guys, the Temporal Rift has finally been reduced in the difficulty. This season's Temporal Rift has been adjusted to align with previous seasons, an issue where under certain circumstances, certain conditions, an error would occur within the Temporal Rift. Now, of course, the difficulty from season to season, they did give us 1,200 diamonds, so definitely awesome to see there. But I was looking at the Temporal Rift, I was actually running it a little bit ago, and looking at the Rift, the team that I was fighting right in here on floor 433, this was all level 32 badges. Now again, I feel like that's going to have a really big impact, guys, because if you look at the formations and what I'm running in here, we were at 26. So again, these were at level 32. In addition to the level 32 badges, these were actually all ascended badges. So again, not only did they reduce, it looks like the badge difficulty in here, but it also took away the ascension level. Now we know, just like we have with heroes, guys, when you go from legendary up to mythic, from mythic up to the ascended, really does have a game-changing kind of a game-changing effect when you get to that. So I'm going to see if we can go through one battle, one auto battle. Now what I do, general rule of thumb, guys, is I want them to add a feature in here to let me set the rewinds that I have. So I actually click this out, stop when heroes die. We can go ahead and activate, see if I can get through one floor with the adjusted formations in here. I'm hoping this is the case, guys, that we can be able to push a lot of these floors. Again, previous seasons were a lot easier, and you've seen right there, guys, we got a defeat with this team. If you put the rewinds on here, this will actually just be stuck on the rewinds, and you can actually burn through, if I set my 100 rewinds, if I set my 97 rewinds, you can actually burn through all of your rewinds literally on one single floor, which is the reason why, again, changing this up a little bit really does make a difference. If you go through 2 or 3 rewinds, I actually just stop the floor at that point, which it looks like I might. Yeah, let me exit this one, guys. I'm going to turn on the speed. And let's see, so it says a defeat, and it's done this before. You can clearly see all of the heroes. I think it might be with the rewind that we're finding some issues. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to reset this. But looking again where we're at 360, I'm going to exit here. We didn't go through any floors, but I want to reset this. And you can complete a floor, or you can reset it like we just did, guys. So all of my teams are set. Let's go ahead and sweep for 432, and there we go, guys. We got 29s and 30s here. And again, I don't know if that all the heroes are alive because of that rewind, but the other thing to also remember with this, guys, is looking at your teams. Now, the teams that I'm running specifically in here, I'll run through in just a minute. But if a team is having difficulty like we were seeing with this third team, swapping team for team makes a really big difference. Again, when you come in here and you're making progression in here, you can actually see we have the level, or the 26 badges in here. Talisman works incredibly well with the Hypogens and also with the Graveborns, depending on the level that you have the beast built out, which I do have a level 9 beast right there. I'm going to drop the owl in here, guys, and go through this auto battle. Again, stop when the heroes die. I like that it will stop instead of just burning through all of our rewinds, because that's where a lot of players, I feel, have really gotten burned. And you can see, guys, this one will go ahead and use a rewind, because even though we just had the team, the pet might have made a difference, which it really shouldn't in this battle particularly. But there is an RNG factor, and we lost Kren in that one, so we can actually rewind it. Kren was not my first choice in here. I actually ran Pharrell within here for that crowd control aspect. Again, I've went through, so I'm going to go through the teams that I've been running in here. So I've been running tank, ranger, and I've also been running support. As you can see in here, guys, we have Kanisa and Rook, and we have the awakened version of Solus. We have Halos, Pharrell, and then I have Peanut in here to really set this team up. Second one that I've been running is kind of the God tier comp, but I don't feel like Nevi is quite where we need her built out. I feel like when it comes to the healing, I'm definitely lacking a little bit in this formation. A couple days ago, we added, I think 47 levels we went through in here. So we did make a lot of progression. Looking at my third team, the awakened version of Thane with the invade, of course, of Scrag and Mishka. And then we have the crowd control and the buffing of Hodgkin, as well as the buffing and the healing with Silas. Now, big one in here, guys, of course, with Hodgkin, A lot of players were asking, do we still use Hodgkin? Absolutely, guys. He is very, very big when it comes to buffing, as well as the crowd control aspect in there. And then the final team that I have is Damon. Again, we could probably change this one up a little bit with some Rangers, possibly running Kren in here. But this has worked incredibly well. Again, looking at the Beast, might not be the most ideal Beast in here, but we can definitely swap it out to see what is going to work. Now, in addition, guys, kind of my filler heroes, I have Orthos in here, and I do have Rowan in here. Running, as you can see right here, we finally got him up to Ascended for Salakai, and then I have Kren also with Leica, guys. That was kind of my sub team in here. Again, I wish I could put, let's say, 20 rewinds in here. So I'm going to go back to the first, and I'm going to watch it go through the battles a little bit, because again, I want to see exactly the teams we can get through. Boom, that time Pharrell. Again, you have to pay attention, and I know it does kind of suck that you can't go through and just kind of let this auto battle, because you can burn an incredible amount of rewinds. But ultimately, guys, you have to go through and see what teams are working in what formations. And you'll also notice here is we are running the plus 30 signature items on the enemies as well as the 9 of 9 furniture, guys. So heroes like Salakai can be incredibly, incredibly difficult to actually defeat for the simple, or excuse me, not Salakai, Ty Lee, because of the ability for her to burn through targets. You can see, guys, most of this isn't going to be a big, big improvement. But I just go ahead and skip through here again. I'll let the computer figure out exactly what badges to get. Seems like we're going to be able to push, of course, with the reset that we have yesterday. I'm going to go through here. I'm going to auto battle. I'm going to use rewinds. Again, I sit and I watch this, guys. So when I hit about probably about 185, I'd say, 185, I will actually pause this, and then we'll go through and we'll manually, or we'll swap up some teams, try a couple different things, possibly even swap up with the 5th formation. Again, really trying to drive home how important this game mode is, guys, and the incredible amount of time this takes to go through here. Much faster than the campaign ultimately, but you also want to stop every couple floors, guys, because you're going to have the ability to build out your heroes a little bit further. When it comes to not the badges, but when it comes to the beacons, you're going to have a really, really big ability to actually go in there and adjust some of the beacons. That way you can make sure, again, that you have the most solid teams going through here, and make sure you can burn through a lot of different floors. I believe at this point where we can go through, I think it's 600 plus floors at this point. I think we do have quite a few floors that we can go through, and it keeps saying victory, but it seems like something might be off here, because I thought that was a lot more than 4 battles we just did there. I didn't see it use any of the rewinds, and it was showing the victories. So again, I'm going to have to see exactly what this is going to do. But guys, again, I'm going to let this run to probably about 185, maybe 180. See exactly where we land with our rewinds. Try to push a couple more floors in here, which I highly suggest you do as well, because the loot is absolutely phenomenal. Every 10 levels getting rewarded, and also getting the bonus loot every single week that they did add in here. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.